Welcome to the Zaxby's Coaches Show, brought to you by First Bank and by Zaxby's Friends Family Flavor with your host, Chris Delmabert.
Welcome to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. I'm Chris Delmabert, joined as always by my good friend Hector Perez from Zaxby's here regionally, managing or a marketing director for 11 different stores throughout the state of North Carolina. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I've been taking a beating with these holidays coming up, and I'm ready for them to be over.
I need you to bring more positive energy, Hector. You're always like, I'm worn out from this, I'm worn out from that. You're young, man. It doesn't get any better, I promise.
Well, the gift giving to this year, I think I did pretty good.
All right.
I went a little overboard, so I'm hoping the family's happy.
So no last minute scrambling. You've got all your Christmas shopping done?
Yeah, I got it all done. It was actually pretty bad traffic throughout the whole week that I was getting it done. So, hey, I got it done, though. That's the only thing that matters.
All right, beautiful, beautiful. What's new in the Zaxby's world?
So far, nothing much. Corporate's kind of hiding all the new things that are coming out for next year until the next quarter rolls up. But as far as that goes, we've actually, in most of our stores, we started upgrading to our scanners now. You can download the Zaxby's app, and from there, if you put in your address or whatever, you'll get different mailers or coupons through the app, and they can use them at the store. So you could win, a five-finger plate.
I thought you were going to say a 5-finger discount. I don't think that's the way that works.
No, a 5-finger plate.
All right. So the Southwest barbecue sandwich and the Chipotle chicken sandwich,
yes,
which is a winner, by the way.
Okay, yeah. I'm hoping it's
2 thumbs up from this guy. Those are going to be on the way out before too long, right?
Yeah, before too long they're going to be out. I'm not exactly sure when they're out, but they're going to be gone sooner or later. I'm hoping that, they make the decision to keep the Chipotle one at least around forever.
It's money. So we talk about it all the time. Zaxby's is able to help with your catering needs for Christmas.
Yes.
Are you all starting to see the catering orders come in now?
Yeah, so actually this week has kind of been the biggest week, because it's before Christmas, and we close early on Christmas Eve and we're closed on Christmas Day. Most of the office parties are, throughout this whole week, and, gift cards are going here and there. So, we've been seeing a lot of that in a lot of our stores.
All right, and if someone wants catering from you guys, they need to give you about a day's heads up. Is that correct?
Yeah, if it's a super big order. If not, a couple hours in advance would be good. Just as long as you call it in, or you go online to Zaxby's.com, look up your store via zip code, and you'll be able to do it from there.
And Zaxby's.com has all of the items that are available, all
Yes.
the price list, everything anybody would need, information-wise, is right there.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. Well, thank you again. I think that's the 16th time at least that I've said that, because I think that's how many coaches shows we've done.
Yeah,
but thank you to Zaxby's and everything you've done throughout the high school football season here in Lee County and across the region. You guys play a pivotal role in allowing us to broadcast the games and bring this coaches show to the public. So thank you again, and I hope you have a very Merry Christmas.
You as well, and thank you for having us.
All right, anything you'd like to add?
No, other than that, then, if you haven't eaten Zaxby's ever, for some reason, 2020 is the year to do it.
All right, very good. Zaxby's keeps growing. You can't swing the proverbial cat without hitting the Zaxby's anymore.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
They're everywhere. Stop by. Great food, great prices, great service. Zaxby's is a personal favorite. You should check it out if you haven't already. We'll be back on the other side of the break with all kinds of surprises. All kinds of folks going to join us on set tonight.
Try the new Southwest Chipotle Filet Sandwich with pickled jalapenos, pepper jack cheese, and Chipotle aioli. Or the Smokehouse Cheddar Barbecue Filet Sandwich with smoky bacon and onion rings on Texas toast. 2 brand new sandwich meals. Only at Zaxby's. See Jumanji The Next Level only in theaters.
Being good at what you do takes commitment. At Sanford Contractors, we've been committed for 50 years, committed to high-quality construction services and trusted partner relationships. We started in 1969, and through smart and consistent growth, now offer our partners more services than ever before in bridge construction, commercial building, site development, and utility construction. Sanford Contractors, building with trust for 50 years. Learn more at sanfordcontractors.com.
Welcome back to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. Chris Delmabert, joined now by the big dog and Bruce Reeves, the general manager here at Classic Nissan. Tell us what's going on with the dog.
Oh man, the Big Dog Award. I am so proud of my team here at Classic Nissan of Sanford. we brought home the Big Dog Award. What it is in our Mills Automotive Group, we got about 13 stores, and the store that's outperforms the store get to bring home the Big Dog Award. So we customer satisfaction, year-over-year growth, a lot of things is involved with this customer satisfaction. Our biggest thing I'm proudest of, and I got to bring home the Big Dog Award for the month of November because of the great team I have here at Classic and the great customers. So it was a win-win. The customers won, we got the Big Dog Award out of 13 dealerships, and I'm just so proud of my team for doing it. And I thank all of the customers who came in to purchase vehicles from us and service cars here and buy parts from us here at Classic Nissan of Sanford. And man, it's been a great ride so far, just like it has from Lee County football squad and the Jackets here, man. It's just been a win-win for Sanford here.
So you started to talk about all the metrics associated with that award.
Yes.
And I know there's beyond any shadow of a doubt that was based on the toughest sales force
in the group,
in the state, not just the group.
In the group.
Because I'd put those guys up against anybody. In any competition.
Yes, and I would. And these guys, they go to work. They follow the process. They have the structure. They prepared to win, and they did. They stepped up to the plate, and I mean every area of the dealership, because there's a lot that goes into this.
All right,
so I'm so proud of these guys.
It's Christmas time. How many bows have you sent out the door?
Oh man, let's see, about 70 something bows.
70 bows. I'm behind the 8 ball. I gotta come see you. I got just a couple days left. I gotta take a. You're gonna get me a bow.
Hey, if you see in the box in my office in there, it's a case of them. So I got 4 more left. I had to order more.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to step my game up. I'm gonna have to get a bow taken care of here shortly.
I'll make sure I take care of you, just like we do all of our customers. Win-win, baby. Win-win.
Every time I see you, that's the first thing you say. Win-win. Thank you for all of the support you've given to Lee County and regional high school sports.
Glad to be able to do it. Glad to, man. These guys are wonderful. They're working hard. They're achieving great things in life, and it's just going to go on and on and on. So I can't do nothing but support such a wonderful squad.
But Bruce, none of them have gotten a Big Dog Award yet.
They got some Big Dog Awards, but they didn't give them the dog. So we actually got the dog. Not just the trophy, the dog trophy.
That's a beautiful thing. We have... This pales in comparison to the Big Dog. But to commemorate your sponsorship and to say thank you from the NFHS Network, this is for you.
Oh, man. That is nice.
For your sponsorship and all the love you've shown high school sports over the years. Thank you once again.
Proud to be able to help and serve and sponsor.
We got to put that onto the dog's chain and hang it around his neck.
Hey, you see how big this chain is, don't you?
Perfect.
We could do that. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, sir. All right. Anything you'd like to add?
Hey, come on by Classic Nissan in Sanford and to experience the classic difference that we offer here, and you'll leave a winner.
Win-win. That's what they do here at Classic Nissan.
Win-win.
Win-win. Bruce Reeves, General Manager, Classic Nissan of Sanford, thank you again. We will be right back with yet another group of folks on set. You're watching the Zaxby's Coaches Show.
It happens only once a year. The Classic Nissan of Sanford Black Friday sales event is on, with Black Friday savings all month long. Shop our huge selection of over 300 new Nissans. Get the area's lowest prices and payments, low financing rates, and more for your trade. Lease the 2019 Nissan Sentra for $199 a month, or lease the 2019 Nissan Kicks for $299 a month. Shop the Black Friday sales event going on now at Classic Nissan of Sanford or ClassicNissanSanford.com.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Foushee, and we are First Bank.
Welcome back to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. Chris Delmabert joined by Coach Steve Burdeau of the Lee County Yellow Jackets and the regional executive for Harnett, Lee, and Chatham counties.
Correct.
David Foushee, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great.
Justin has been handling this very well. Justin Gaines become a regular with us.
Yes, he has.
But for special occasions, we roll out special people.
Okay.
How are things with First Bank these days?
They're good. We're continue to grow in Lee County. We're actually the largest community bank in North Carolina now, and Lee County's been really good to us for 22 years now, and we hope for many, many years in the future.
Now, when you stack up what you said about the ownership type with First Bank, how does that differentiate you from the nameless, faceless, huge national banks?
Well, when we say a regional bank, we're headquartered in North Carolina, and our primary market is North and South Carolina. So decision makers are here. Our headquarters is in the Southern Pines, so we're local.
All right, Christmas time, a lot of big purchases being made, which means there's a lot of finance going on. Hey, does that reflect in the business you're doing now? Are you seeing a lot of people taking out loans for different things around the holidays?
And we have a lot of folks that do year-end planning. They need to buy stuff to help them from a tax standpoint. Yes, a lot of credit card purchases this time of year, so we've actually been really busy.
Well, First Bank has been a sponsor with us in the work we do on the NFHS network for years. Thank you for everything. And I'd like to give you an opportunity to say some things to Coach Burdeau about this squad that he took to the 3AA state championship.
Well, I had the chance to talk to him off the air before we came on, but it's just brought back so many memories. I grew up in Sanford, and I spent many a Friday night at Lee County at the field there, and going to the game. Was there last Saturday night, and actually hadn't been able to talk much all week, but it just really gave you pride in our community with the team and the kids that he's put together, and just a lot of excitement. That was fun. I go to all the state games, but I think I was more excited about the game Saturday night from that. So looks like we got a bright future, and just really appreciate Coach and the coaching staff that he's got, and how the kids present themselves and all. It makes you proud to be from Lee County.
I think you hit it on the head. The atmosphere, to look up into the crowd and see how many hundreds and thousands of people turned out from Lee County. And I know personally there were people that it was a homecoming of sorts. We had people coming in from the beach, people coming down from Charlotte, people come from everywhere to be there for that moment in Jacket history. And things may not have played out the way we wanted to on the scoreboard, but the feeling of community in the almost 10 years I've been here, I don't know that there's anything that I ever felt so bound together as a community. It was a beautiful, beautiful night. Score aside, it was a great night for Lee County, and first of many visits to the state championship. I'm sure Coach Burdeau can assure us, right?
That's the plan. That's always the goal. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, once again, Mr. Foushee, thank you for everything the First Bank does. Is there anything you'd like to add before we give away some trophies?
Other than just like to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. We appreciate your business, hopefully now and in the future.
Very good. We're going to take a quick break. We've got one of our players of the week that's stuck at basketball practice. So we'll come back, and Coach Burdeau and I will kind of break the game down, give them a chance to get in here, and then we have a special surprise Coach doesn't know anything about. It's pretty cool. We'll see you on the other side. You're watching Zaxby's Coaches Show. I'm Chris Delmabert.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Foushee, and we are First Bank.
Being good at what you do takes commitment. At Sanford Contractors, we've been committed for 50 years, committed to high-quality construction services and trusted partner relationships. We started in 1969, and through smart and consistent growth, now offer our partners more services than ever before in bridge construction, commercial building, site development, and utility construction. Sanford Contractors, building with trust for 50 years. Learn more at sanfordcontractors.com.
Welcome back to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. Head Coach Steve Burdeau with the Lee County Yellow Jackets here with me. We're going to talk about the championship game. You guys last Saturday night in the 3AA championship game at Carter Finley on campus at NC State playing against defending champion Weddington. You and every other football coach in America uses the term well coached a lot. It's kind of code speak. I've never seen as well coached team as that Weddington squad in the way they executed. Did you guys anticipate the level of precision they were going to be able to execute with?
Well, we knew they were a very good team. I think not only they're well coached, they have 6 to 8 Division I football players out there as well, so that obviously helps as well. But I'm extremely proud of how our boys played and how they represented Lee County.
I was in the pregame, in the weeks leading up, all of the hoopla surrounding about Weddington surrounds Will Shipley. Junior tailback, went for almost 3,000 yards this year. He's on the fence, it seems, with Notre Dame, NC State, ranked by rivals as the #1 all-purpose back in the country in his class next year. All of the talk was about this young man. I was impressed. On defense, though, Alec Mock, number 42, who is an Air Force commit, wow. 13 tackles in the first half, 21 tackles, always seemed to have his nose on the ball. This team is special. It was a well-earned championship for them to make it 2 in a row. However, people from the outside looking in see the score, 34-14. Yep. You guys, from a lot of pundit standpoint, they said, well, Lee County's probably a three touchdown dog. That game, though, hinged on about 3 different plays.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Early on, down inside the 3-yard line, you guys were stuffed 4 times in a row, turned it over. If you go back in time, would you have done anything differently with the play call?
No, actually, the play that ends up stopping on 4th down, the play was signaled incorrectly. So we ended up getting a penalty on that play. And I'm hoping when I knew we go in motion, I'm hoping the penalty does happen, and then something happens good for us so we could accept the penalty and then have another chance. I felt very good about the play that we were supposed to have called, but that one didn't get in there, so it didn't work out.
Got it.
I think there were at least 2 other situations big in the game. We had the block kick was a big thing for them, a big momentum thing, and even through all that in the first half, it's 21-14. JC scores a touchdown to make it. We recover a kick. Trey kicks a good one, and Tyreek gets it, and we didn't score on that drive. So
yep.
we had the chances all the way through. But what I would say was when we got to 21-14, I think that everybody in that stadium was thinking, "Here we go, Lee County's about to do this thing again." So that was something I think at that point that we showed that we could be there, and we had arrived at that stage.
Well, honestly, down 27-14 because they scored another touchdown. You all blocked the extra point, or they missed the extra point. I fully expected as you all drove down the field. Okay, they're down 2 touchdowns, down 13. Right. They're going to score here, get a stop, and they're going to score to win this thing. And the drive just kind of fell in on itself. There was a bad break where Colin Johnson, your quarterback, tried to throw a ball away, and Larry Baldwin, who was in at tailback, did what his instincts led him to do and caught the ball. Right. Would have been a whole lot better served just to knock it down. And people around me were like, well, why didn't he knock it down? You don't have time to process that. You're trying to make a play. But the ball bounces in odd ways. 4th and short, backed up in their own end. Weddington went for it early, fumbled the snap, which would have been an enormous play in the ball game, and the fumble popped up in the air to the back who caught it and fell forward and got the first down. And then later in the game, you had 2 almost interceptions, one of which certainly would have gone back to the house, and the other one might have 2. Right. So that really is the difference in the ball game. So for an outside observer looking and saying, 34-14, and oh, by the way, Will Shipley went for 250 or whatever he went for. This went as expected. I think people that pay close attention recognize Lee County is legit. And you know as well as I do, better than I do, how much talent you've got coming up through the pipeline in that JV system. Guys that didn't contribute a whole lot that are already varsity this year. I know that you've already started preparing. First of all, talk about this team. Now that we're here, your goal has been state championship all along. How do you feel relative to this team achieving everything that it could?
I'm extremely proud of this group. They in 2 years we won 26 games. Everybody predicted us losing the first round and the second round. As we went on, they continued to do that, and then I think finally some people kind of said, "Well, this team might be pretty good." I'm proud of the boys for not believing that, and maybe using that as a little bit more, just feeding it a little bit more by taking that information on. Larry said it after the game. he thinks that might even help some of the guys work even harder. But working hard is not something that group really had to worry about anyway. So talking about that group, the seniors, it's a special group. A lot of them are going to go play football. A lot of them are going to go off to college or into the military. They're all going to be successful dudes, so that's what I'm proud of.
All right, very good. And looking forward to next year, from an individual talent standpoint, what are going to be the toughest holes to fill in 2020?
I think it starts with on offensive wise. It's going to start with Colin. Colin's won 38 games as a varsity quarterback. So anytime you got somebody that's been that successful, it's always big shoes to fill. But we have some people that I think can do a good job there. Our JV quarterback Will Patterson led the JV team to undefeated season, and I think he's capable of doing it. And on the defensive side of the ball, we have probably 4 or 5 guys that can be tough to replace. But we have some guys that can work hard in the offseason and have a chance to do so.
All right, very good. So you guys, football coaches, you never get too high, you never get too low. How long is this loss last Saturday going to linger with you?
Probably till we play the next game. I mean, that's always the thing. Until you get another chance to do it again, you always think about the ifs and thens and all that. But I think the more so, and you're talking with some of the boys after the game, we're proud of what we accomplished more than disappointed what didn't happen.
All right, very good. Any random thoughts you'd like to share?
I don't know. Panthers and Bengals, if they play,
I think it might be a 0-0 tie. So Kyle Allen, your guy, no more. Yeah. Will Greer steps in. How familiar are you with Greer?
I'm not extremely familiar with him. I think it's time. Go and see what you got. You're going to probably have a new head coach in the offseason. You got to go ahead and look and see if that's going to be your quarterback, or what do they need to do? Is Cam end up coming back? They trade him, all that good stuff. So I think at least answer some questions about him.
All right, I'm going to give you and all the Panther fans out there a little quick snapshot of a scouting report on Will Greer. He's going to have problems pushing the ball down the field. Okay. Footwork not always that great. Played in an air raid offense, good accuracy. Can make the reads, get the ball out quick. If they play to that strength, they should be all right with him. But he's not going to make plays down the field. Doesn't have the arm strength to do that. I thought Will Greer was underdrafted a little bit, and I thought where they took him was good. I still suspect Cam is probably on the way out. But like you said, could be that, the new head coach could have something to say about that. Now, here's a question for you. Carolina elected to let Ron Rivera go mid-season. The only benefit to letting him go early is that they could get a head start on the college coaches that are out there, or guys like Urban Meyer, who's unemployed right now. For those of you that don't know, with the NFL coaches, even the assistants, they're not going to be able to talk to them until the postseason starts. So there was no value in letting Ron Rivera go early so that they get a head start on a Josh McDaniels or somebody like that. From the Panthers standpoint, because you got a new GM coming in too, would they be best served to pull in one of these NFL retreads who's been there before and done it, or take a flyer on one of these hotshot college coaches?
I think you either go for a coordinator that's been in a successful situation in the NFL, or you find a college coach. I think that unless you can find a proven guy in the NFL that's not in a current job, I can't name one right now, because most of those guys already have jobs.
That's kind of how that works.
Right. Trade for Mike Tomlin. That's what, everybody links everything back to the Steelers since the owner has some Steelers stuff.
As a lifelong Steeler hater, I have to tell you, Mike Tomlin has done one of the best coaching jobs I've ever seen before, ever. Obviously, Roethlisberger's been out, but they've missed Juju Smith-Schuster for extended periods this year. They've been playing their third and fourth and fifth tailback an awful lot, and that defense is not great to start with personnel-wise. Mike Tomlin, kudos to you, and it burns me up to say that. But Ron Rivera, how long is he out of work?
Now, Ron Rivera will get another job this offseason, at the minimum, a defensive coordinator spot, but very likely a head coaching job.
Yeah, I think there's some teams out there chomping at the bit to bring Ron in at the end of the season. Like you said, if not, he can go be a coordinator for just about any of the 32 teams in the NFL. All right, not the way we wanted this to end. Were you able to soak it in and recognize what the support at Carter Finley for Lee County was the night of that game?
I thought all week it was a special week of, feeding the boys, doing this, people reaching out. Saturday going down Horner was something special that I remember forever. And then, getting to the game and seeing Southern Nash and Charlotte Catholic play, and Southern Nash had a huge crowd. I was like, good, that's gonna be tough to beat, and then Lee County beat it. So it was something special for sure.
It was great tailgating, great fellowship, great football. It's a great time. There's an awful lot of people who will remember that for a very, very, very long time. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to give away some hardware, and we got a special bonus for you at the end of the show. You're watching the Zaxby's Coaches Show with Chris Delmabert. See you on the other side of the break.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Foushee, and we are First Bank.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
Welcome back to the Zaxby's Coaches Show, joined by a whole host of folks. Mr. Chalmers, Jaden Chalmers, defensive back, wide receiver, kick returner, all-purpose guy for the Lee County Yellow Jackets. You've been a contributor for most of the last 3 years in particular on varsity. And it's all culminated. I'm sorry I wasn't there at your ceremony the other day, but you signed your letter of intent with the University of North Carolina, right? All right, there's no going back now. State fans are out of luck.
I don't like state stuff.
Oh, well. All right. Now, you were here with your dad not long ago, and he said that y'all talked it up really well. We're going through the whole process. We're looking at everybody. There was never any doubt when UNC offered that you were going to go there, was it? No doubt. All right. Do you see yourself playing defense or offense at UNC?
Defense.
You want a chance to return some kicks too?
I do. Yes, sir.
All right. Very good. What do you expect your impact to be next year?
I just want to know about the team, get some wins. Yes, sir. So,
You expect a red shirt, or do you expect to play a little bit?
I'll probably play. So,
All right.
yes,
Very good. And what do you want to do education-wise while you're there?
make good grades.
Make good grades. What's your field of study going to be?
Sports marketing.
All right, very good, very good. Great season. I want to make sure that you know people are talking about, well, state runner-up, whatever the case might be. You guys are the 3AA Eastern champions, period.
Yes, sir.
And an amazing run. You guys, for the last couple of years, have been saying state championship was the goal, state championship was the goal. Coming out on the short end of that on Saturday night, what were your thoughts as you walked off the field?
I mean, I know it's something I won't never forget about losing, but we played our heart out.
All right. Well, the losing part of it, I just hope that you had a chance to soak it all in. Obviously, you're going to be playing in big venues for the next couple of years, but you'll never have as many people that love you as much as those folks that were there. Those 3,000 people from Lee County, you made everybody proud, and it was really cool to see everybody come from all four corners of Lee County to support you guys. And it was a great season, great career. And now we get to watch you on Saturday, so that's really cool too.
Appreciate it.
All right. Mr. Foushee, we have the defensive player of the game. All right, so 3-year starting quarterback Colin Johnson, career record 38-3, Division I. Call Lee County. Get tape on this young man. You don't go 38-3 in a region like this without being a really special ball player and a really special athlete who actually is at basketball practice right now.
He is. He's decided to play basketball as a senior, and I'm looking forward to seeing him out there helping the hoop team.
All right, say some words about Colin. I know we've gushed about him privately and on the air before, but just put a bow on this young man's career.
Colin's an exceptional kid to start off with, and he's a great leader. He's a kid that never gets too high or too low. He's perfect for a quarterback to be able to stay level-headed. One thing that he didn't get enough credit for is how athletic he is. You know, he took very, very, very few sacks this year. Even when maybe the offensive line might have missed an assignment, he made them look good and you know, make a scramble and sometimes go 40 or 50 yards with it. He ended up with about 500 yards rushing and about 2,400 yards passing as a senior. 30-plus touchdowns and 4 interceptions. So.
Maybe even the biggest part of it is that from year one as a starter, he's continued to get better even through the second half of this season. You know, we saw him, you know, able to push the ball down the field better, get it out of there quicker, the using the legs, making good decisions. You just saw every light possible go off for him, and it culminated, and he sort of peaked right at the end. But you got to think that if he plays college ball at the next level, his trajectory is going to continue. You know, great student of the game, great kid. One of my favorite things about him is talking to him about Will Patterson, right, one of the prospective quarterbacks next year, and how he felt responsible to take on the role to make sure he was as best prepared for next year to be the guy, and that's a big deal.
No, without a doubt. You know, taking that leadership role at any position, but especially at that quarterback position where there might not be 10 other guys in that huddle with you, you know, he took pride in trying to help Will improve. All
right, very good. Coach, we'll have you receive this on Colin's behalf.
We'll make sure that he gets it.
Tell him congratulations.
Yes, sir.
We look forward to the future. I think this is your
Oh, yes, sir.
Appreciate that. Yep.
All right. Very good. Mr. Chalmers, anything you'd like to add? Any you've got Desmond Evans, your teammate, will be going to UNC with you. Anybody else you want to take to Chapel Hill with you?
My brother, Larry Ball, right here.
All right. So anything else you'd like to add, sir? That's all right. Again, congratulations on a great season, a great career. And we'll finish this segment, be right back on the other side.
Try the new Southwest Chipotle Filet Sandwich with pickled jalapenos, pepper jack cheese, and Chipotle aioli. Or the Smokehouse Cheddar Barbecue Filet Sandwich with smoky bacon and onion rings on Texas toast. 2 brand new sandwich meals. Only at Zaxby's. See Jumanji The Next Level only in theaters.
It happens only once a year. The classic Nissan of Sanford Black Friday sales event is on. With Black Friday savings all month long. Shop our huge selection of over 300 new Nissans. Get the area's lowest prices and payments, low financing rates, and more for your trade. Lease the 2019 Nissan Sentra for $199 a month, or lease the 2019 Nissan Kicks for $299 a month. Shop the Black Friday sales event going on now at Classic Nissan of Sanford or classicnissansanford.com.
Welcome back to the Zaxby Coach. So, Chris Delmabert, Coach Steve Burdeau. Steve, this is your second year at the helm of Lee County. First and foremost, as you've gone over the course of the last 2 years, I know that you're self-aware enough to kind of evaluate you and your staff. What do you think the biggest lesson you learned through this year, either positive or negative, through this 2019 campaign, going 15-1, most victories ever by a Lee County Yellow Jacket Ball Club? What went the way that you thought it would or did not, and will shape you moving forward?
I think one thing that I thought the way I thought it was we have a very good coaching staff, and as the season went on, the kids continued to get better and better. The coaches, you know, came together and they got better as coaches. We have a fairly young coaching staff, you know, with adding a couple new guys this year, and as they grew, we grew as coaches and we grew on the field.
Now you know that young coaching staff, the poachers are sneaking around the woods already, right? So you know that at some point there's going to be some talent leakage, and you're going to have to grow some more.
Definitely.
All right, that's just part of the game, though, right?
It is.
All right, very good. So we talked during every segment about all of the support that was on hand at Carter Finley over the weekend. Huge crowd. I was there in the middle of it from the time the crowd started to form all the way through the end of the ball game, and it really was something that I felt like galvanized the community. And apparently, I'm not the only one that was at the game that felt that way. We got a special tape we want to roll. Win, are you ready? Check this out.
Hello, this is your Sanford Mayor Chet Mann. I'm really sorry I couldn't be with you tonight, but I did want to express how proud we all are of the Lee County Yellow Jacket football team. I can't imagine a better way to bring pride to our city than to watch our young men and coaches do what they did best all season long. And the crowd that we had Saturday night was amazing. And all I've heard from the crowd and from all the feedback has been so overwhelmingly positive. I can't tell you how great it is to have you as a representative of Sanford. And because of that, we wanted to do a little something for you, and we've put together a proclamation for the Lee County Yellow Jacket football team that I'd like to share with you now and read it to you. This is a proclamation recognizing the Lee County Yellow Jackets football team. Whereas the city of Sanford celebrates the Lee County Yellow Jackets football team's triumphant season, boasting a 15-1 record, which is the most wins in the school's history for a single season and includes the Triangle 6-3A Conference Championship and victory over New Hanover to become the 3AA East Regional Champions. And whereas the Lee County Yellow Jackets football team has thrived under the direction of the Lee County High School coaching staff headed by Coach Steve Burdeau, with the team's seniors boasting 3 consecutive undefeated regular seasons and 3 playoff runs, setting a 38-3 record. And whereas the Lee County Yellow Jackets football team has not made it to the regional finals since 2005 and has never played a state championship, and the last Lee County team to play in the state championship was Sanford Central High School in 1973. And whereas the Lee County Yellow Jackets football team's winning season brought out tremendous school and community spirit, with hundreds of supporters lining the streets to send the team off to Raleigh with a police escort, and thousands of supporters packed the stands at Carter Finley Stadium for the state championship game. The crowds estimated at 4 times the number of fans for their opponent. And whereas the conduct, sportsmanship, and class that this team exhibited represented our citizens in the most positive of ways and brought great pride to Sanford and its citizens, and 17 senior players are to be congratulated and remembered for their leadership, with 12 players being named to the all-conference team selection, including the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year. And whereas the Lee County Yellow Jackets football team competed and played hard against Weddington High School, but was not able to hold them off, and are now the 3AA state champion runner-ups for the first time in school's history. So now, therefore, by the virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of Sanford, I, Chet Mann, do hereby express my deep pride and the pride for an entire community as I thank this team and its coaches, support staff, and families for all their hard work, dedication, and sacrifice proclaimed this 19th day of December, 2019. Congratulations to the Lee County Yellow Jackets. We're really, really proud of you. Job well done, and we can't wait to see you next year. Thank you.
Coach, on behalf of the mayor and the entire community, congratulations.
That's awesome. I think, just as Mayor Mann said throughout, the Saturday was a special day, but it wasn't just about the football team. It was about this community, and it's an awesome group of kids, and I appreciate this.
Very good. Well, with that, we close a book on a wildly successful season. You ended up the season with the number 4 all-time kicking scorer in state history. Colin Johnson, 38-3 as a starter. You've got 3 of these young men already have signed D1 letters of intent, with more to follow. First team in Lee County history to win 15 ball games. What am I leaving out?
We got to go do it again. That's what we're leaving out. I look forward to seeing some more kids sign. We'll have some more sign in February and some throughout the spring. And those will be special days leading up to graduation.
Yep, and like you said, you were one of only 4 programs in the state to have an undefeated varsity squad and an undefeated JV team. So if you think they can't get back there in short order, you're wrong. Coach has got this.
That's the plan.
All right, I'm Chris Delmabert. This is Coach Steve Burdeau, my good friend.
Yes, sir.
We will see you next year. Go Jackets, and go Cavs too. 2020 will be great for both schools.
Thanks for watching the Zaxby's Coaches Show, brought to you by First Bank and by Zaxby's Friends Family Flavor, with your host, Chris Delmabert.